I figure what I'll do here is I'll show you the steps we use. This hasn't been touched yet, and this is actually, looks horrible here. I have the lights turned off of it now, but I'm gonna go through our polishing process. I got my Zen tool, microfiber cutting pad. I'm gonna grab my polish here. We're gonna primer pad a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and make our first set of steps on this to remove the scratches. And then we'll show you, that's why I have this tape line on here, so I can go ahead and show you how we tape this off, just to give you a reference point so you can see what it looks like. You know, from there right now, I'm sure it looks really good, but a lot of scratches, a lot of marring and scratching going on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my polish and just run you through this real quick. So I use a product right here on this one for what we're doing on this truck. It's called the Last Cut. I'm just going to prime the pad here a little bit. Get these microfibers off. Everybody does this a little different. So just get it spread out, and now we can start. All right, so I made roughly 5 passes on that, or what we call one pass. This is getting a 2-step on most of this truck simply because it's just so bad, and the marring and scratching, and it's so deep. And he wants almost all of it, if not all of it, out. It's just what the customer wants on this one, so we're gonna go a little further on this than what we typically do. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to turn the lights back on. And I'll show you after our first pass. All right, so now I'll show you. So this is the side we got our polish on. And you can still see there's some marring and scratching. So we're going to make another pass on it. And then we have a finishing process with a different pad. We'll go over it. But that's one side and that's the other. So you can see the amount of scratching and marring, the swirls that are in there, the holograms, and that is what he doesn't want in this truck anymore. Sorry about the wobbling. So this is what he wants, and that's what we're gonna give him. So we wanna get this back even more refined. So I just wanna show you the difference. All right, everyone, so we got this polished down. I actually did the whole door now. Sorry, the light's on it, so it's gonna be a little bright for you. But now what I'm gonna do is take our Optimum, the Hyper Polish, and apply that to our orange pad, one squirt, and we're gonna start on this door, just refining that a little bit more to take a little bit more of the scratching out of it. To give us that deep, glossy look that everybody likes to see. So now that's all finished. Other than getting a wipe down before we put our ceramic coating on it. But you can see the reflection, the depth, the clarity from this where you're seeing the marring and scratching. I'll kind of get out of the light here a little bit. Kind of go like this. Like I said, you can see some in there, very little, but the intensity of these lights that I have on here is pretty drastic. But all that's removed out of it. And that's as far as we're going to take this paint. Clarity. Stay glossy. All right, everyone. Well, I wanted to show you this. I'm just holding the camera. I didn't get the gimbal out or anything. So you can see this is dull. What I did here was this door was scratched horribly, and even our the microfiber and that wouldn't cut through it. So we ended up getting out our, I'll bring it into the camera here, Optimum Hyper Compound, and we had to go to a wool pad cutting another different type of cutting pad. There again, I can go through a whole list of the different pads. And what we've created here now is a bunch of smaller swirls. Basically, we cut the clear coat even more and took away some of the bigger gouges that were in there and created smaller ones. And now what we'll end up doing is going through and polishing that out. And I'll show you the end product with that. So now this is our finished polish after running our last cut over it and then doing our finished polishing on it. So now this is ready for coating, and you can see with the lights on it, it's unreal. And we'll go back over to the side that we took all the scratches out and ran the compounding with the wool to make micro scratches, so that we're able to take the micro scratches from what you see right there to what you see right here. So that's just the step we do. This, like I said, this is a two-step process, so it's a lot more in-depth than just our single paint enhancement. But this is what the customer wanted, and that's what we're gonna give them. But you can obviously see from the first to this is absolutely unreal.